the other thing is, let's have it right. Not everybody on those cards gets paid 20 million. Floyd Mayweather does, and Logan Paul does. Everyone else on that card probably got a fucking $5. They got their bus money. You know what I mean? The only one that people wanted to see was them. Whereas you've got running all the way down. How many fights do they have on some of these cards with the prelims? You know, and then they have earlier fights on and stuff, and then they put their own production on. They don't have other companies doing that for them. They spend a lot of money out, and they give bonuses for stuff which adds for more entertaining fights. I mean, Bellator and stuff's only slightly better in terms of money, but that's only because they're not spending the money elsewhere on the same marketing and stuff like that.
That's a good shout, to be fair. Like, people doesn't really get talked enough, I think. Like, the pay in boxing, it's like it's only the top % of the boxers that are getting the big money, and it's kind of similar to the MMA, but like what do you reckon? I mean, I'm trying to say like someone that's just come into the UFC, the basic pay, and then a boxer. It's hard, really, isn't it? Because obviously UFC is an organization, whereas boxing doesn't have like an organization, does it? So it's like you can't really compare the last, can you?
No, the difference with boxing is a lot of them will have agents. Like, look at Anthony Joshua, he's got Eddie Hearn, you got Frank Warren and stuff like that, and then you've got all the American promoters and stuff. You've got Bob Arum sets up the majority of the ones over in the States and that, and you sort of think that if you're not getting paid, then all you've got to do is say to your agent, I'll get another agent who can get me a better deal.
Right, okay, yeah.
UFC, you don't have an agent negotiating for you. You sort of make a contract with the UFC. You push all your life to get a contract with them.
I mean, what's that guy name? Ali
Abdelaziz, he's like a manager.
Yeah.
But so again, he's negotiating with the UFC. If you're on contract, he'll negotiate like a 3-4 fight contract with them or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can't really say to the UFC, say you're on a 5-fight contract and you've gone and KO'd the first 2, and they weren't ever thinking about you being in contention for a title shot. But let's say someone dropped out in your second fight, you KO'd the next one in line, and then you get a title shot, but your contract was for like 100 grand a fight. You can't really then say to them, well, this is a title fight, I want 5 million for it.
That's that's a good point. So that happened, didn't it? With was it Eddie Alvarez? Because Conor McGregor made it public. He was like, Eddie Alvarez took the McGregor fight on his no, I think he said, didn't he? It was something to do with like he signed a new contract or something before the fight or something like that. Or he chose to accept the McGregor fight on his last contract. So just like the point being was, if he didn't, obviously, if he would have just like signed a new contract when he fought McGregor, he obviously would have got a much higher purse. But he chose not to. I just remember in the press conference, McGregor just calling him out on it and stuff, and Eddie just didn't really have anything to say. That just showed you the businessman of McGregor, doesn't it?
But that's exactly it. And like his business mind's that much that he built his persona and everything. I mean, half of that is his personality you seem to take from it, isn't it? But he amends his personality and stuff to how his performance is. When he's winning, he's mouthy. When he's not, he's humble. And that might be him and his personality. But everything's business strategy with him. He's got it nailed down. And people like Eddie Alvarez can't really complain because they sit there, Mr. Nice Guy, and they put in performance after performance after performance. And then they ask for a big payday. Well, what have you been doing signing that contract? Get yourself a business manager if you can't make the right decisions.
I completely agree with you. I completely agree. I feel like, obviously, because of McGregor now, fighters have since then, fighters obviously start to talk, but it's not, I just don't think it's as simple as just talking. You've got to obviously back it up. Like Michael Chiesa is a good example. Michael Chiesa started to trash talk against like Kevin Lee and stuff like that. And he's come out and said it. Every fight that he's tried to trash talk, he's lost. So it's like, I just won't bother anymore. I'll just be myself. because it's like you put that added pressure on you.
I was going to say, yeah.
It takes a special individual to create that type of electricity and then carry it over and actually show up and win. To carry all that pressure of what you've said and then back it up.
So, I mean, I'm at the end of these videos asking you for your comments. I would like to point out, I mean, I read the forums, I look at it, and I think maybe the way I look at it might be a bit controversial. Maybe not. Not being controversial for controversial's sake. I just know, having dealt with business in the past, UFC's a business, man, and if you can get someone to fight for less, you do it. But that being said, what are your thoughts? You know, Michael Chiesa as well is quite an interesting one that Ashley brought up. I mean, Ashley does say something that makes sense every now and then. Like that, Ashley. Yeah, I mean, did you add that added pressure as well when you try and do that trash talk and stuff like that? I know personally it's not for me. Imagine me trash talking with the bloody oven gloves above my head. I look like a fucking idiot right now. Didn't realise that was in the shop, but it's what it is. But yeah, back to the point. Trash talking, you know, I do agree with Ashley on that. You do the trash talking, you've got to back it up. And you know, if you've gone and called someone out and made a big point of doing it on TV, you're going to be seen by millions. And you've even got the slightest doubt that this could be a tough fight and you might win. Does that double or triple the pressure for you going into the fight? You know, it is what it is. But the reason I'm doing this little bit at the end is to prompt you to drop some comments. Let us know what you think. And also, keep us updated with anything you want us to talk about in the future. We're not getting massive amounts of comments at the minute because we're still young as a podcast. Believe it or not, this is the 3rd month we're doing it now. So let us know what you think. Let us know what you want to see. And have a nice day. Make sure you have a nice fucking day.